Okay, guys, so another thing I was thinking about, right, when I made that short little video last night about the whole what compression should you run, people, it came up in conversation like, oh, which nipping combinations and whatnot, and I did mention in that the one kind of like, one, what was that, exception to the rule with being like the Vitara Pistons, which are so low in compression, it's true, but they're so cost effective that you can kind of ignore that compression rule just because of cost. And like when you're buying a performance cast piston, you already know that 500 horsepower benchmark is generally your safe level threshold. Like when you're hitting your engine power level red line, that's that 500 horsepower mark for cast pistons. Now, do they go higher and last? Yes, they've gone higher and last, but still, like, that's your safe benchmark. That aim for the 500. If you want to go beyond 500 wheel horsepower, get forged pistons, right? So same thing for nipping racing pistons. If you're worried about which nipping racing pistons did you get, I mean, of course, it's your choice to play with the compression numbers. If you want to get different pistons to help your compression along the lines, then by all means do so. But don't feel bad about getting the turbo B18 pistons, the ones that are like 9 and change compression, because it's too low. It's like 9.6 or 9.8 to 1 for the B18 pistons, off the top of the head, right? So it's not super low, as long as you're not going like 8 and some compression, it's not super low, right? So if you know that you're gonna hit that 500 horsepower benchmark if you push it to it, or you're gonna at least make 450. So in those, for the exception for the rule, if you're gonna buy cast pistons, it's okay to get the lower compression. I wouldn't stress it too much. Don't worry about the different combinations, because I know it's inevitable for somebody to DM me talk about, so I'm gonna get nipping racing, so should I get ITRs or should I get B16s for this combination, that combination? I'm just gonna tell you get the B18 turbo ones. Same like I did for the CSS block that's in the car right now. I have the B18 turbo nipping pistons, and I have another set on 81.5s that now I got a corner stacked full of shit. There's a block buried under there, a B18 block that's already 81.5. I just need to deck the surface because the surface is chewed up and it was blowing head gaskets when I got it from the guy, right? So there's that I need to look into. And the reason why I was considering doing that before the Trom is because decking it is a bit cheaper, and I think the turnaround will be a lot faster for me to get the surface deck as compared to getting it bored over, because it took me 2 months to get the engine bored over for the K20, right? And I guess I could, spend the time. It doesn't really matter because I'm not in a rush to get it done. So I need to sit and think about that a little bit. So I need to meditate on what exactly I'm going to do. Now, I know the big boy K20 is definitely the next one on the board, because it's the closest one I have to being finished. It'll be the easiest one, right? So even if I can't get that tuned, if I can do the swap quick enough, it'll still run and drive, so I'll be able to just still use that back and forth to take the kids to school, right, while I'm waiting to get it tuned. And that can even be, it's like a break-in, I guess. But I need to sit in the darkness and think for a little while, or and just start to plan out what the next builds are going to be. But hopefully you're going to see the Integra done soon, or at least tuned. Like, it's not going to be done anytime soon, most likely, but it's definitely going to be tuned soon. And then maybe even start looking at the next project. Alright, guys, so I don't want to talk too much about that because I just covered that in a video I just did. It's 20 minutes long. So go watch that if you want more info in there, just in case you watch this one first because it's shorter. So yeah, that's it for tonight, I think, guys. Just wanted to share my thoughts on some stuff that's going on, some goods and bads, and then share this little piece of information real quick. Alright, guys, thanks for watching, and peace.